So, do you remember when we recruited a bunch of peasants to help us defeat the elemental gods? Well, let's just say the peasants elsewhere have kind of taken offense to that. Dude, what's happening? Oh, what the heck? G.U.I.D.O, it's only been a few weeks since the Supreme God returned and attacked the Tabs dimension. And the effect of his attack has already caused severe repercussions not only on you and I, but the environment as a whole. It's like the world's gone into hiding. There has been no sighting of any living creatures in quite some time now. The extreme amount of radiation created and generated by the Supreme God's attack has made the water and the air of the Tabs dimension extremely poisonous. And what's worse is that Oh, G.U.I.D.O, shut up. What's worse is that food supplies are running extremely low. Now, I'm just a tourist here. I'm just a guest. I'm not a permanent fixture of this dimension. I don't live here. But, you know, I was enjoying the more exotic food that I was trying out. And really... Wait. Yeah, what is that? There's some kind of weird buzzing effect, but that doesn't make any sense because all living creatures have been... Oh my gosh, dude, do you see that? Are those... bees? Alright, well, this is new. It seems like the radiation expelled by the Supreme God's attack has mutated these creatures, these bees, into some weird hybrid between bees and wasps and the usual peasants. Their bodies have kind of fused together to make whatever this is. Oh my gosh, G.U.I.D.O, this is horrific. I don't think we've ever seen a hybrid creation within the Tabs dimension before, G.U.I.D.O, emerge between one species and another species. This is truly groundbreaking stuff. But as cool as this is, it is really going to show that our adventures are causing some severe consequences on the Tabs dimension. No, I'm not saying it's our fault. I'm just saying it's our fault a little bit. Like, if it wasn't for us, the Supreme God probably wouldn't have attacked, and we probably wouldn't have ended up transferring these poor bees into the bodies of tiny, tiny peasants. But I think we can use this to our advantage. Oh my gosh, dude! Look! It's some children playing in the field. They're picking apples. This is so lovely. And, what's going on? Oh my gosh, the swarm of bees are attacking them. The swarm of bees are hunting down the children and trying to take them down. This is brutal. Oh my goodness. Good grief. It seems like these weird little creatures just turned on that poor group of children and brutally murdered them all. Well, G.U.I.D.O, if there's one thing I get from this is that I need those bees on my side. I don't care how much it costs, how many hoops I have to jump through, how many hurdles I have to leap over. I need these bees, this swarm of bees, on my side. They may be the only faction powerful enough to take down the Supreme God. And here I was thinking I had to create some kind of crazy ultra powerful unit to take down the Supreme God, but this could be it. Bees! Bees! Alright, G.U.I.D.O, look, we have to hunt these guys down and try convince them to join us in our battle against the Supreme God. Unfortunately, right now, it looks like there's a little bit of a situation going on right here in the ancient city. We found the bees. They're all here and they're ready to battle, but it looks like they're having a little bit of a standoff with the ancient faction. Guys, was this really necessary? You know, do we need a ballista to take down a swarm of bees? Don't you guys have, like, fly swatters or wasp spray or something? Is a ballista really necessary? It looks like the Emperor of the ancient faction has sent out his finest troops to hopefully try stop the bees from moving in and stinging everyone, stealing all their honey. I'm not really sure what the bees want, but I know what I want. I want the bees on my side. And we are off. It looks like the ancient faction are moving in. Now, I can't specify how many bees there are right here, but it looks like there's definitely quite a few, and these guys are just dropping like flies. This is insane. They're just dropping like sacks of potatoes, and it's, well, G.U.I.D.O, I can't decide between whether they're dropping like flies or sacks of potatoes, okay? So I'm gonna kind of just interchange, all right? Is that okay with you? Have you got any more criticism? Okay, well, let's get back to the battle then. So it looks like the bees are just moving in and swarming these guys. I'm actually interested to see if the ballista can manage to hit one of these guys. That would be incredible. If a ballista managed to snipe a bee out of the air. They're just so tiny that it's ridiculously tough. And did he manage to catch one? No, the ballista target just went right there. The ballista missile, I think. Unless it's... No, I think it went by. I don't even know where that ballista missile went. It went somewhere, and here come the bees moving in, swarming the ballista. Oh my gosh, that's how they do it. They just completely swarm the enemies. Unfortunately, the bees have attracted the attention of some other local wildlife. The mammoths are here, and let's see how quickly this group of bees can take down 4 mammoths. Here they come. The tiny army is moving in, and oh my gosh, look, they just swarm them. They just crawl all over their faces and sting them to death. This is unreal. Oh my goodness. And I think this is the last mammoth over here. This one's going to get a real butt kicking from all of the bees in a second. Here they come. Oh, there's so many. There's so many. They can take them down so fast with those deadly stings. Good grief. I'm sorry, Mr. Mammoth. That is nowhere that anyone should ever go out. That was a horrible death. Another unlikely side effect of the Supreme God's attack was that many peasants retired back to the hills, back to the rural countryside, and became farmers. Unfortunately, the farming time has been cut short as they are about to be attacked by... Wait, G.U.I.D.O, is that one bee? Seriously, there's only one bee here. What's going on? Oh, geez. Okay, I'll back off a little bit then. That's the hive queen. This is the most powerful bee. They have the ability to duplicate themselves and spawn in a bunch more bee drones. They can make an entire army of bee drones in next to no time. Luckily, some folks have like armored themselves up to protect themselves against the stings, but we will see if this group of farmers can take down just one hive queen. Okay, so the queen bee is over here slowly moving in. Let's see. Yep, here come the drones. And it's going to be interesting to see if these wheelbarrowers can outpace the bees or if they're just going to be chased all around the shop. That was the most interesting thing to me. And it looks like right now, the bees can definitely catch up with the rest of the wheelbarrowers. Some of them are just driving themselves off the edge instead of fighting the bees. That's how deadly they are. This is insane. Oh my goodness. And here they come. They're just being absolutely annihilated. This is insane. There are so many bees in the air right now. I can't even tell which one is the bee queen anymore. There's just so many. They've all merged into each other. And oh my goodness. They're dropping so quickly. This last group of farmers are stuck right on the edge here. Good grief, this is intense. It looks like they're just being absolutely stung all over the place. And it looks like the armor of the hay balers really didn't help them out in their time of need. Good grief, let me just get up. Yep, that ought to do it. I think the bees got him, G.U.I.D.O. Well, now I feel like I have a clear idea of what we need to do. If we manage to prove ourselves to the Hive Queen, we could be in with a chance of maybe joining with the bees, uniting our forces to take down the Supreme God. Alright, dude. We managed to track down a Hive Queen. She's kind of been taken out of her comfort zone here in the cold environment of the Viking location. So I'm hoping we might have a little bit of an advantage here. Oh, who am I kidding? This is gonna go terribly. So I managed to make a deal with the Dynasty faction to assemble this team you see before you. I've got a bunch of Huachas, a bunch of dragons, and, cheerleaders. I don't expect those guys to do much, but hey, at least they're there for team morale. Go team! Now this could all go very wrong as the duplicate... Where are they even firing? They're firing in all sorts of different directions. So the plan is that the arrows will absolutely blanket the area, making it impossible for the bees to swarm them because there are so many arrows. But it looks like none of them have managed to hit the bee queen, who is here right on the edge. Oh my gosh, this is... Oh, and already the bees have duplicated themselves. This is not good. This is really not good. As you can see, the dragons have been taken down. Most of the Huachas have been taken down. I don't see any way we're going to be able to take down the rest of the bees in a fast enough time. Have any of the bees been killed? I don't think so. I think majoritively, the bees are all still alive. We're trying to burn the bees. We're trying to desperately do something. But right now, it looks like, oh my gosh, we're literally raining fire from the sky in an effort to stop these bees. Right now, it looks like this has been an absolute bloodbath. The cheerleaders are being attacked. And, oh my gosh, we still have one dragon up. I think that's the extent of our offense right now, our attacking team. But, as I said, it is definitely not looking good. I can't keep track of which one is the real queen bee anymore. So right now, I guess we just got to pray and hope that we managed to get a lucky shot. Oh, geez. And I think it's only the cheerleaders remaining. I'm just going to back off here. Yep. I'm pretty sure that the bees managed to win that one. It looks like I'm going to have to give the Hive Queen an offer she can't refuse. I'm going to give her something that she desperately wants. No, G.U.I.D.O, it's not honey. And guess what? It's not money either. It's you. Yes, so the plan is I will give the bees, you. You know, you're a pretty expensive, high-end, technologically advanced robot. If they manage to defeat the Supreme God, then I get you back. But if the Supreme God wins, well, I guess that's the end of our friendship, G.U.I.D.O. I'm sorry. I know, dude, but I had to do something. I guess it's all up to fate now. We've done all that we can. It's time to see the Supreme God versus the bees. That is still a ridiculous idea, but okay. I guess I didn't see this coming when I woke up this morning. Alright, well, there's a lot on the line here. The fate of the Tabs dimension. My dignity, arguably the most important thing in all of this. And of course, my robotic companion G.U.I.D.O. You know, I actually came to like that guy. It's just a shame that our friendship has had to be cut so short. As you can tell, I'm not feeling very confident. I mean, some of these guys are just facing the complete wrong direction. But I think if there's anyone that can defeat this evil entity, it's a group of bees. Again, not something I thought I would ever say. And here we go, the bees and the Supreme God. As we can see, let's see who gets the first hit here. So the Supreme God is just blasting away. The bees are slowly duplicating themselves and oh my gosh, a bunch of bees just got vaporized in the blast there. But they're not being taken down. I guess they're too small to be dealt with. Oh my gosh, there are so many blasts right now. They've taken at least 3 blasts from the Supreme God. And here come the bees. They're just attacking the Supreme God. Oh my gosh, this is going to get way out of hand way too quickly. This is intense. There are so many bees in the air right now. They're just absolutely swarming the Supreme God. And the Supreme God is still fighting back. But as you can see, the stings are coming in. Oh, hey, G.U.I.D.O, how you doing, man? It's nice to see you again. I'm sorry I kind of gave you away there, but I'm hoping that this will all be worth it. If we manage to defeat the Supreme God, you are coming back. If the Supreme God succeeds in defeating the bees, then that's bye-bye G.U.I.D.O forever. I don't even know where the Supreme God is right now. I think he's up in the air. Yeah, how did he get up here so fast? He's managed to leap away. There are still a couple of bees over there, and oh my gosh. Oh gosh, it's so hard to keep track of him. He's so bright. He's like an angel and he's right on the edge here. He could go plummeting off the edge. He has. The bees have managed to steer him near the edge. Has the Supreme God fell off? Yes! Yes, G.U.I.D.O, we did it! After battling with the Supreme God for weeks on end, running away, hiding, living our lives in fear, a group of bees, of all people, have managed to defeat the Supreme God. This stung him so much, they gave him so many bites, that he was forced to leap off the edge of the map. I'll take it. I'll take that victory. The Supreme God was one of the most evil entities that the Tabs dimension has ever faced. But let's not forget that the true evil is still out there somewhere. The person that allowed people to be experimented on and turned into beings like the Supreme God. The corrupt king is out there. And G.U.I.D.O, it's time for our revenge.